Right, it is the end of day one. Now, I'm actually really gutted that I have to record this video because initially what I actually was going to do was I was going to do a vlog throughout the day where I basically update you guys every few hours and how I'm feeling. And I did do that throughout the day today. So I showed myself going out in the garden, doing a few things, just what I'm doing in regards of, sitting inside, reading and all of that, because I mean, it's a dopamine fast. There's not much really that you can do. The whole point of it is to deprive yourself of stimulating activity. I had a few check-ins where I, updated you guys on how I was feeling with regards of boredom and all that sort of stuff, and just sharing my feelings. And what do you know? This afternoon I wanted to record another, quick update, and yeah, I use a GoPro to record this, and lo and behold, the GoPro suddenly had an SD card error, which the only way to fix was to reformat it, which meant that I lost all my footage that was on my GoPro. And yeah, I'm currently sitting in the caravan. Sun is about to go down. I've done I did my exercise just before this, which was really, really tough because I haven't eaten anything at all day. I'm going to be eating one meal a day for today and tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to be really tough. But it's something that I've felt that I've needed to do for quite a while. My mind has just been all over the place, and today it feels really just all over the place because I'm on a dopamine fast. I would say my mood throughout the day has definitely varied a lot. Like, I was really excited going into it because I was like, I really need this. But yeah, very quickly not being able to use the internet, go on YouTube and all that, what I usually do throughout the day, I have felt this sense of boredom come up, and there's been a few moments throughout the day where I just felt this sense of emptiness. Around midday I didn't feel good at all. I started to get this really bad headache coming on, and I was just feeling really lightheaded and dizzy because I hadn't eaten anything either, and I was outside in the hot sun doing a bit of garden work. I was making sure to drink enough water, but still, if you haven't eaten anything, that's not a good combination. So yeah, I stayed inside more or less and just read. I wrote down quite a lot, and yeah, after a few hours the headache lifted. But yeah, since then I've really been feeling just not good at all. But on a positive note, I'm someone who overthinks a lot, and I've just found that today my thinking has really, really slowed down. Like, for the first half of the day it was difficult. My mind was spinning, especially when I felt lightheaded. But after that, now I'm starting to feel quite a bit better, and I'm able to just sit here, and my mind feels calm. I feel bored. I feel urges to go and back to these, hyper stimulating activities. But, I'm also happy just to sit here and to just enjoy life. I'll show you guys what's going on here. I'm about to boil some potatoes and squash. These two here, these small ones, they've already been boiled. I don't really have a big pot here that I could fit it all in. But yeah, that's basically going to be my dinner. Nothing too much, just a few potatoes and a squash that's boiled, and that's actually from the garden. So today what I'm eating for dinner is going to completely be from the garden. We put the potatoes in the ground, squash in the ground, grew them, and yeah, this is basically the result. And I also went ahead and harvested a few cucumbers, which I might have as an appetizer. Yeah, let's bring this inside and eat that. It's like have a bit of a yum appetizer while we wait for the rest of the potatoes to boil. Just move this out of the way. There we go. Yum. All right, so these are cucumbers that I just cut up from the garden, and yeah, washed them all and everything. So yeah, this is going to be the appetizer. For most of my life I typically haven't really liked cucumbers much at all. I find them alright now, I can tolerate them, but it's not something that I would just eat a lot. So this is just plain cucumber, no salt, nothing. So let's have a look. Doesn't taste much of anything, just plain, boring cucumber. But don't get me wrong, man, I'm so grateful to be able to eat now. It's 6 p.m. Haven't eaten anything all day. I'm absolutely starving. But yeah, I went for the creek plunge, and yeah, I enjoyed it. It was really good. It was a bit weird to record myself eating. I'm gonna stop that. Let's have a look. There we go. Now it's boiling well. All right, starting to get nice and soft now. They've been in for quite a while. Yeah, that's looking good. Turn it around. Cooking with Johan, haha. So yeah, squash, potatoes, cucumber. That's what's for dinner, pretty much. And my only meal for today. So yeah, I'll just go and end this outside. Man, it's been yeah, it just feels really great just to be here, just to have this nice space that I'm in now. This is literally the best place possible, I think, to do a dopamine fast. Let's go down to the creek. We'll end this video. Just listen to that, man. You can just hear nature, you know, no traffic, nothing, just silence. Sounds of nature. You know, being the end of the day, even though I've had a few rough moments, I do feel really good at the end of this day. Just knowing that I stuck to my word and I have not failed in any way. In fact, I've added extra protocols to this fast that made it even more difficult, such as fasting all day and not allowing myself to use the internet at all, you know, unless it was really like something urgent that I really absolutely had to do. So yeah, it feels surreal. It really does. It just shows you, it puts into perspective just how hyper connected, hyper stimulated we all are. I mean, just think, for the vast majority of human history, there was no such thing as the internet. We didn't have, you know, porn or any of these intense stimulating activities like that. I mean, you had to really go out and, you know, forage for food when we were in hunter-gatherer times. I mean, probably the most stimulating activity you could probably engage in that would release the most dopamine would be real sex. Yeah, procreation, which of course that was you know, necessary for, you know, to pass down the genes to the next generation, keep the human race going. And yeah, I think even when civilization came into existence, when people, for the most part, you know, we had agrarian societies where most of the population would be farming. I think before all this, before the Industrial Revolution, before technology, people would have been much more connected to nature, just to their roots and a sense of who they are. I'm not saying that everything was better back then. I'm not saying that technology is all bad and everything. I mean, I'm using technology to record and upload this video. But, you know, there's many things in the modern world where I think we really have to question, you know, like, was that the right choice? Are we on the right path here? Or is there something that we should do? Something that we should perhaps roll back, change? Just some things to consider. Anyway, I'm gonna go and enjoy my dinner. All right, it is time for dinner. So what we have here is, these are potatoes that I cooked, 3 of them, and 3 squash. I also just boiled. So yeah, let's put the camera down. I'm a real professional now, man, at vlogging, eating. So yeah, this is dinner basically, just 3 boring potatoes without any salt or anything, and 3 squash, and the cucumber that I just ate. Yeah, let's taste it. It's not bad. Not bad. I mean, what can you say? It's a potato. It's sustenance. It'll give me energy. I know potatoes are very calorically. It's a very dense caloric. How do you say it? Dense caloric food. All these terms, man. And yeah, I would love to have salt in it, but it's not allowed. So yeah, this is dinner. And my only meal for the day. Honestly, I don't mind it. If I had to eat this every day, I think I could. Okay, maybe that's pushing it a little, but I would get sick of it after a while, but it's really not that bad. I mean, a part of the reason is also probably because I fasted all day. So when you're hungry, man, if you really get hungry, you'll eat just about anything. And I mean, it's not as if I'm, like gonna die of starvation or anything. It's literally I've just been fasting for a day. There's a difference between fasting and starving. I've said I've been starving, but like, no, not actual starvation. Alright, let's give the squash a try. Now, until a few days ago, I'd never even tried squash before. So as you can see, once it's boiled, it's nice and soft. And it doesn't taste that bad, actually. I quite like it. Nice and soft when you, that's how you know it's done. This is squash. That is nice. That is perfectly done. I mean, what am I now? A food vlogging channel? Damn, out of this whole day, this is probably the bacteria that's going to give me the most dopamine. I can totally understand why it's recommended to not add any, flavoring, because, yeah, it really shows you. Food really is, I mean, of course, it makes sense, right? I mean, with our dopamine system, we're wired to go after essentially methods of survival and reproduction, basically. So food's important. One squash, one potato. I'll switch back to potato. What do people usually say during vlogs when they eat? I really don't know. Anyway, I think you've seen enough. What am I doing? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish my one meal for the day and then clock off. There's not much for me else to do, so I'll just chill, read for the evening. There's a really interesting book I'm reading. Yeah, just write down my thoughts. But overall, I'm very happy with the way the day went. Signing off for real this time.